Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and it's time for another full body workout. Technically not really a full body workout, even though I'm doing the standing press. I woke up this morning and my hamstrings, hips, lower back, everything were just fatigued and cramping. Kind of when I woke up, I got hydrated, walked my dog and everything, got my other videos done, and realized that that fatigue wasn't going to go away. And I just wasn't up to squatting, so I'm like, you know what? I just added the press back in. I could really stand to do some volume on it. It seems to be okay. I did just a warm-up set to see how it felt, and it felt fine. So I'm like, let me just take it all the way out, use this weight I started with for 3x5 earlier this week, and just crank out a bunch of sets of 6 until I reach failure. And I think on the 9th set, I couldn't get the 6th rep. I think I failed on like rep 5 or 6 or something like that, and I realized, okay, that's it. So I've reached my limit for that exercise for the day. Went ahead and did some pull-ups, and I just did a 3x3 with my normal 3x5 weight, and realized I'm just really fatigued. And it's not like I swooshed or anything. I was down to 209 already a couple days ago. I was back up to like 211 this morning. So I regained a little water, not really recovered. So what I'm going to do, just do this for the day, do a few pull-ups this weekend, and keep my protein really high. Try to get a good night's sleep this whole weekend and come back Monday morning and be refreshed. And I think just some extra sleep and rest this weekend will probably cause me to swoosh back down, drop some extra water back off, and recover a bit, because I think that's the point I'm at now. My calories are low enough relative to my overall energy turnover. Recovery is starting to become a little bit of an issue with this cut, particularly considering I've dropped a reasonable amount of weight this month. I think I've dropped over 10 pounds this month. Yeah, right at somewhere in that range. I would have to go back and check. So it's something like that. And, it's scale's still coming down, but yeah, just that fatigue setting in. So I'm like, well, I decided to just make the most of today's workout. Work on those muscles, because I'm going to have the whole weekend to rest, recover, maybe grow a little bit in spite of the calorie deficit. So I'm like, I've detrained on this lift. So let me do a fair amount of volume with it, and maybe stimulate some muscle growth through muscle memory, right? Because I was stronger at this lift earlier this year. And so that's kind of the general plan. So that's what I'm doing for today. Maybe get some shoulder and long head of the tricep and all that to grow a little bit. And, hopefully get some of that. And I think we reinforce it with the weighted pull-ups behind it, because again, those same muscles do get worked as secondary muscles in this. So at least my whole upper body got worked. My core got worked, even if the legs are having to take a break. And I think this extra rest will really, really do me a lot of good. But I was surprised how many sets I was able to get of this fresh, relative to what I've been doing. So I think come Monday, we'll go ahead and start bumping the weight up. We'll probably go up, maybe just 5 pounds. And then we'll do 5 pounds again the following day and try to get my 3x5 come Monday and start getting some progressive overload. It would be nice to get to something like 185 for 3 sets of 5 on the press. I think that's a reasonable goal to start reaching towards. We'll see. Especially if when I get my body weight down under 200, which will be coming. That'll be happening. I think that'll be pretty decent in terms of strength versus weight. I won't be shabby at all once I get down under 200 if I can get my press up to that. And like I said, it might not happen till the end of the cut, because eventually I'm going to stop cutting and just recompress it at the same weight for a while. But that's not going to happen till we're under 200 pounds. So people who are like, oh man, he's about to do it. Because last time I said that, and you get people who chime in and they're like, oh, that means he's done. He's just going to bulk again. It's like, no, I meant when I'm done cutting. I didn't mean that would happen in the next 2 or 3 months even. This cut's going to take a while. This has been going since what, March? And I'm in 46 pounds. Looking at, I don't know, another 15 to 20 pounds. Something in that range. I guess it depends on how light I really want to go. I think under 190 might be really pushing it. I don't know, we'll see. That might be my cutoff, might be 190. I don't know if I want to go any lighter than that. But yeah, at least I'm not struggling with food at this point. I feel like I've got such a much of a better relationship with food, that I think it's gotten easier over time, if anything. It's actually gotten easier. But yeah, the pull-ups, between being just fatigued and just hitting failure on that 9th set of the press, My pull-ups were slightly weaker today, and that's to be expected. So, I mean, the 3 reps felt pretty tough, and I figured I'm not going to grind it out. My body's at the point where it's saying, hey, I've kind of had enough. So we're just trying to stimulate the last little bit of growth before we get 2 days off for the whole weekend. So that's the only reason I even did these pull-ups, just to make sure. You know, because these are the 2 lifts that probably need the most work for my overall muscle balance. I'm good at the big 3. Squat, bench, and deadlift are pretty decent. But yeah, pull-ups and the press could stand to get a little more volume just to build those muscles up a little bit more. You know, if I want to look better as I get leaner. I mean, I'm obviously leaner now. I'm still carrying a fair amount of body fat. I don't look. By internet standards, I'm not lean. By medical standards, I'm lean. You know, by internet standards, you know, I got to drop probably another 20 pounds of fat. You know, but that's how the internet works. That's how the internet works. And for the record, that's 3 gallons. It's about 3 gallons. So, you know, anorexics, the manorexics. But yeah, so I just did a quick, you know, 3x3 on the weighted pull-ups, and I got 1 more set, and pretty well taxing. I feel like I'm pretty well fatigued for the week, not just the day, but for the week. I think that's about all the training I can handle this week. So we're just going to finish this set up, so I'll let you guys watch that. So I hope it has been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.